Hi guys, Mike here again. Hey, just want to talk today about Jesus and just something I was reading earlier on today, just how polarizing a person Jesus actually is. It says this in John 10:40-42. It says, "And Jesus went back across the Jordan to the place where John had been baptizing in the early days. There he stayed, and many people came to him. They said, though John never performed a miracle, all that John said about this man was true. And in that place, many believed in Jesus." A verse in John 6:66 says, "From this time, many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him." You do not want to leave too, do you? Jesus asked the 12. So we've got two instances there. We've got some who were John the Baptist's disciples, who just because of who John said Jesus was, they believed in Jesus. And then it says that many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him. And he actually asked the 12 if they wanted to do the same. Jesus had said earlier on in John chapter 10 that even if you don't believe in me, believe in the miracles or believe in the actions that I do. So, I was just thinking it's so important to have a personal belief system. I was brought up in a Catholic home, taken to church every Sunday, a Catholic primary school, Catholic college. So I had a foundation of belief. And yet when I heard the gospel, I rejected it completely. I needed to have a personal relationship with Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Now, my lifestyle wasn't evil, but Jesus's thoughts on my lifestyle and how I was living it was quite polarizing. When I would meet a Christian and they would say, "You know what you're doing here is wrong, and you know what you're doing there is wrong," and I just rejected it straight out. But eventually I came to a place where I could surrender, where I could invite him in and allow him to make the changes that needed to be done in my life. Now, some of those changes hurt real bad, especially when it comes down to friendships and relationships and that sort of thing. But I look back now and I have absolutely no regrets about those decisions. Funny though, growing up in a Catholic family and in the Catholic Church, and then when I became a born-again Christian, that polarized my family even more. I remember my dad saying, "What have you done? What have you done?" And then when I got baptized, he says, "You were done as a kid. You don't need to be baptized." I remember having a conversation with him saying, "Hey Dad, I really appreciate everything you've done for me, but I want to make some adult decisions in my life." And I had the privilege of, just before he died, of being able to thank him and lead him to Christ. So has Jesus finished yet? No way. There's still polarizing things going on in your life and in my life and in our lives every day. But the reality is he's going to be working for a long time to get us absolutely right. Bless him. I'm reminded of this in John 11:44, when Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. They removed the stone. He called Lazarus out, and it says, Jesus said, "Take off his grave clothes." And that's what it's like. That's polarizing for us. Sometimes we're living life, but we've still got grave clothes on us. We've got to take the grave clothes off and see quite differently. Hope that helps you today. Bless you heaps. See you later. Bye.